a gripping tale of survival, bravery, and perseverance. When she was just 17 years old, Lisa McVey was kidnapped by a serial predator, but her incredible strength, quick thinking, and determination saved her life and helped put her captor behind bars. Lisa's journey is a beacon of the human capability of rising above even the darkest times in one's life and finding a reason for being, helping others. Lisa McVey did not have the ideal family life. Her parents divorced when she was small, and she stayed with her mother. But Lisa's life was unstable because her mother battled addiction. As a teenager, she was forced to live with her grandmother. But even there, where she sought peace, Lisa encountered new challenges. She was repeatedly abused by her grandmother's partner, a harrowing, scarring chapter in her life. Though it all, Lisa had the strength to keep moving. She took a job working at a cafe to save up some money, with an eye toward establishing some independence one day. Late that night on November 3, 1984, Lisa finished her shift at the cafe, where she had been working tirelessly to save money for a better future. It was just past midnight, and the streets of Tampa, Florida were quiet and deserted, with only the occasional flicker of streetlights casting long shadows on the pavement. Lisa climbed onto her bike and began her journey home, taking her usual path through the familiar, calm roadways. Despite the eerie stillness, Lisa had no reason to feel unsafe. She'd taken this route countless times before and trusted the quiet hours of the night to offer solitude, not danger. But on this particular night, something was different. Unbeknownst to her, a car was trailing her, its headlights dimmed to avoid detection. Lisa was completely unaware of the threat behind her as she pedaled along, lost in her thoughts, until suddenly, the car pulled up beside her with an unsettling abruptness. A man stepped out with purposeful aggression. It was Bobby Joe Long, a serial predator who had already terrorized countless women through a series of brutal assaults and murders. Before Lisa could react, Long closed the distance between them and grabbed her forcefully, knocking her off her bike. The sharp chill of a gun pressed against her ensured she wouldn't resist. In the blink of an eye, the calm and safety of her nightly ride were shattered. Long ordered her into his car, his tone menacing and commanding, leaving no room for protest. Once inside, he blindfolded her tightly, ensuring she couldn't see the route they were taking or where they were headed. The car roared to life, and with every mile he drove, Lisa felt her heart race faster. What had started as an ordinary bike ride home had turned into a living nightmare. Little did Lisa know, this harrowing journey was only the prelude to the 26 hours of terror that awaited her. In Long's apartment, Lisa was held captive. Fearful as she was, she knew she could only get herself into worse trouble if she resisted. She would survive instead, using her calm and her resourcefulness to do so. Lisa struggled to remember as many details as possible: the feel of the carpet under her feet, the number of steps in the apartment, the smells, and the sounds. She would hear a train going by close by, and she would mentally map the apartment. For example, she memorized little objects in the room without even seeing them, based on what she could touch. At one point, Long slipped off her blindfold briefly, giving Lisa a glimpse of his face. In spite of the risk, she did not panic and began mentally logging everything that might assist the police later. Recognizing her kidnapper was simply chatty, Lisa attempted to bond with him. She confided in him about her difficult relationship with her mother and grandmother, pretending as if she understood his point of view and not passing judgment on him. One tactic worked. Long started to treat her more gently, and she probably saved her own life. At 4:30 a.m. on November 4, 1984, Bobby Joe Long made the unexpected decision to release Lisa. He drove her out of town in tense silence, eventually stopping behind a business. Blindfolded, Lisa was ordered out of the car and told not to remove the blindfold until he had left. She stood motionless, listening as his car engine roared and faded into the distance. Only then did she dare to uncover her eyes. Fighting exhaustion and fear, Lisa quickly found a telephone and called the police, recounting every detail she had memorized during her terrifying captivity. At the police station, Lisa recounted everything she could remember with astonishing clarity. She described the route they had taken, carefully piecing together landmarks and turns based on the movements of the car and the sounds she had heard, such as the nearby train. She detailed the textures she had felt in the apartment, like the rough carpet underfoot and the smooth surfaces of furniture, and provided a vivid description of her captor's physical features, from his build to his face, which she had glimpsed briefly when the blindfold was removed. Lisa's calm demeanor and sharp memory were nothing short of remarkable, especially given the trauma she had endured. Her detailed testimony gave investigators vital leads, enabling them to piece together Bobby Joe Long's identity and track him down. Less than 2 weeks later, on November 16, 1984, police raided Long's apartment and arrested him. Inside, they found overwhelming physical evidence tying him to numerous crimes, including Lisa's abduction. Her courage and composure not only helped ensure her own survival, but also provided law enforcement with the tools to stop a dangerous predator. After her harrowing ordeal, Lisa McVey resolved to transform her traumatic experience into a force for good. In 1995, she began her career with the Hillsborough County Parks and Recreation Department. An incident during this time, where she reported a break-in at the office, led a responding deputy to recognize her potential in law enforcement, remarking, "You've got the attitude to be a cop. Ever thought of that?" Inspired by this encouragement, Lisa pursued a career in law enforcement. In 1999, she joined the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office as a dispatcher and reserve deputy. Demonstrating unwavering determination, she put herself through the police academy and was deputized in 2004. Lisa chose to serve in the same department that had apprehended her captor, focusing on combating sex crimes and protecting children. Her role as a middle school resource officer allowed her to share her story, educating students on handling potentially dangerous situations. Lisa's resilience and bravery have inspired millions. In 2018, her story was dramatized in the film Believe Me, The Abduction of Lisa McVey, serving as a poignant reminder of her courage and the enduring power of hope in the face of darkness. Lisa McVey's story is one of remarkable strength, thinking clearly in a dire context and turning a hardship into a chance to help people. One helped save her own life, but also the other turned out to be the capture of a dangerous criminal and saved many from what could have been more tragedies. Lisa showed that some of the hardest challenges can be gateways to a new and better life. Thank you for watching and sharing this extraordinary story with us. Here's hoping it inspired you as much as it does as well. Be sure to subscribe and follow us for more amazing stories of courage, resilience, and hope. Keep an eye out and we'll talk to you in our next tale.